Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Overachiever. Today, we're playing My Friend Peppa Pig. It's a game I didn't think I'd ever play, but because it's leaving Game Pass, or it probably has at this point, I thought I'd better try and do it quick. The achievements themselves are pretty darn easy. It's like finding things and talking to people and just doing some basic interactions. Nothing too tasking for this game. It will still take you about an hour of your life. We get a crappy customizer character, and then we can jump straight into the tutorial, which, in all honesty, was nothing too ridiculous. It's just move left and right and interact with things. It's nothing too hard. But the talking is a lot, so I did skip a lot of this tutorial, so you don't have to see the pain I went through. Once we're through that, we get to see Peppa finally, the star of the show, I guess. And she is very excited to have a stranger come into her house, of course. And we're basically obliging. And we're just like, yeah, sup, how's it going? She waffles on quite a bit, so I will cut out near enough all the dialogue because this took an hour and I don't want to subject you guys to an hour of nonsense. Once she's done blabbering on, we run to see the family, which we get all introduced to. And when we're done, George comes in crying because, he's a baby and he's thrown his dinosaur in a tree, as you do. So we're obviously like, yeah, we'll go and investigate. It's not even like we'll go get the thing, we'll just investigate. Once we found it, we're like, well, we can't reach that because we're basically 2 foot tall and that is a large tree. Who do we know that's large? Well, of course, the fat man, Daddy Pig, can definitely help us. So he follows us out. He goes down the hill, as you do, goes to the tree, and as you'll see now, gets the dinosaur. And we net ourselves 80 Gamerscore. Straight off the bat.
Perhaps
Um,
instead of trying to reach
Once he's done,
easier to make him come down to us.
we can move on. We can basically head off to the house again. Now, the game wants you to follow a general progression, so we're going to ignore that as much as possible to get the achievements faster. We sit on the sofa for sort of like a minute or two, and when we jump off, he comes in. He's lost his glasses, as you, of course. It couldn't have been easy. It had to be that he lost his glasses because he's a buffoon. And even though he was chopping vegetables, it could be anywhere in the house. So this time it was in the bedroom. So we run off because child labor is their favorite thing. They make us go and find them, of course. So we go off and find the glasses. You'll see that child labor is a huge thing in this game as it goes on. So yeah, we find the glasses, take them back. We net ourselves another 80 Gamerscore. And as a reward, it's not even like we get anything. Daddy Pig just drives us basically to playgroup, which you'll see. There he is, driving us along. What a wonderful guy. We love him. And then when we get to playgroup, you think we go inside, but no, we're not going to go inside. Yeah, we got to go and do something else, right? Because that wouldn't make sense. We go to the playground to the right, and the tree's wobbling, so we're like basically going to interact with that and get ourselves another little event. And yeah, this one is that there is some sort of tortoise in the tree. How did he get there? No idea. I didn't watch any of the cutscenes, so I have no idea. Or I didn't pay attention anyway, so I have no idea how I got up there. Oh, it's Tiddles. Tiddles the tortoise, of course. Good old Tiddles. Once we've done that, we can basically run into... We finally go in, and Mrs. Gazelle, this lady here, is like, oh, go find me a ladder, and then you go and find the ladder, and she walks out right behind you. So, pointless, I know. And then she goes up the tree and gets Tiddles down. We net ourselves another ATG. You'll notice with this that if you've ever watched Peppa Pig because you have kids or not, or you just love Peppa Pig, whatever, that the voices are terrifyingly AI in this. They don't sound real at all. So yeah, that's something to just be prepared for. That you may end up fearing for your life listening to these, and some of the faces they pull and stuff are equally as terrifying. So once they've waffled on for a while, because I forgot to cut any of this out of the edit, we basically move on. We can go. We get into the van, and then Miss Rabbit drives us to the museum. And then all the kids get to explore the museum, which is great. If you ignore everything and you just go to the right, you'll eventually reach this train. And you jump on and you get an achievement called Rocket to the Moon, and Mr. Rabbit will waffle on about space for about 3 minutes longer than he should have, which is always wonderful. Now, I don't know why the parents are here all of a sudden, because they weren't at nursery, but they are now. But we're going to ditch everybody and just jump into this balloon. Miss Rabbit's going to basically kidnap us and take us to the middle of nowhere. She takes us to the forest. So this all sounds very sketchy. Terrible parents, terrible Madam Gazelle or Mrs. Gazelle. And as we get there, for no reason whatsoever, our grandparents are there, and they're like, clean this forest, even though we only just arrived. So child labor kicking into effect again there, where we now have to clean up all this rubbish that we definitely didn't put here. So yeah, there's that. You'll notice the adults are genuinely just terrible in this video game as time goes on. They are god awful parents for sure.
Well done.
So yeah, with that, we don't net an achievement for that again. Purely did that out of the forcefulness of the adults in this situation. But this does open us up into this segment where we can follow the tracks. Now, I'm sure you're thinking, this is something exciting. It's going to be a whirlwind. It's going to be like something out of Aliens vs. Predator, some sort of crazy monster thing. And yeah, we're going to be... the suspense is real, guys. Yeah, you're going to be on the edge of your seats for the whole moment of this segment. If you've not played it, you don't know. Oh, I bet your mind's racing. She said birds there. Birds would have been way better and way more interesting, but I promise you. Oh no, sorry, there it is. Maybe it's birds. It's not birds. It's something way more boring. So much more boring. It's ants. Wow, I bet you couldn't have guessed that we spent good 2 minutes looking at these tracks for ants. Wow. What a revelation. And this does nothing to anything. They just jump in their hole. We net an 80 gram achievement and we move on with our day. The parents appear out of nowhere. They just rock up with a picnic, as you do. Of course, the dad forgot the picnic, so child labor kicked in again, and we had to go get it and bring it back so everyone could enjoy some food. Yeah, no explanations as why they weren't there, but now they are. But don't worry, guys, because now Madame Gazelle and all the other kids have left the museum and they've arrived here at our picnic. Probably looking for Peppa and Friend, I hope. But they don't look that worried about them. They're just pretty happy to get on with their day. And when they arrive, the family's gone. And it's just Peppa and Friend. They've been ditched in the forest. Absolutely ditched in the forest for absolutely no reason. Terrible parents. And then, of course, Madame Gazelle, who loves child labor, makes us go and pick up all the sticks on our own. The only saving grace is that it wasn't for nothing. We do net a lovely 80 gamer score again. And then just out of nowhere, we just leave. And of course, Madame Gazelle doesn't stop us because she's irresponsible. And we get kidnapped by Mrs. Rabbit again and taken to the snowy mountains, of course. The only good thing is we can build a snowman and net ourselves another 80 gamer score, which is fantastic. And then we just leave. We take our way all the way home. I cut all of it out because it took ages. The parents, because they're feeling guilty for all the child labor, abandonment, and all the just neglect, they're like, we'll take you to Windy Castle. That'll make you feel better. When we get up there, we just have to interact with the telescope, and we look at a few different places. All the places we've been neglected and abused, and of course, net ourselves another lovely 80 gamer score. So once this is done, we head home, and then we run to the right to Granny and Grandpa's, because of course, we think we're safe there. This is the one location we're going to be safe is our Granny and Grandparents. But no, we're put straight back to labor to fetch all the chickens, to find all the chickens that Grandma had let out, because she loves free-range chickens, but didn't design a coop that would keep them in. So yeah, gain ourselves a lovely 80 gamer score though. And as a reward, we get taken to the beach. We just have to look in this rock pool 3 times, and we will net ourselves another lovely gamer score. We're racking them in here, guys. Admittedly, it took me a lot longer, but we're gaining them in. Once we've done that, there's nothing else to do at the beach. Of course, there's not. We just leave. So once we leave, we head home. And once we head home,
You and your friend have been very
because
busy, haven't
they've just
you?
been just the
We've
worst
largely
parents
been
ever.
helping people
They're like,
around
look,
the
guys,
town."
you've been really helpful to everyone, aka forced to do a lot of things.
I see.
We'll
Well,
treat you to a
so,
trip to Potato City, and as a result, we gain our final achievement. That's the 200 game score right there for visiting Potato City, and this nightmare is over. Thank Christ. I genuinely hated every moment of this game. I'm glad I never have to play it again, and I did get at least 1,000 game score out of it. So yeah, if you enjoyed this episode, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next episode. Much love. Take care. Bye.